Standing in this corner at 7 feet tall, 323 pounds, former WWF champion, ECW champion, WWE World Heavyweight champion, Tag Team champion, WCW Tag Team champion, Intercontinental, Hardcore, and 24/7 champion. Holding the record for the most Royal Rumble eliminations at 46, we have Kane. And in this other corner, short, fat, and stupid, we have Tampon Tim Walz. I don't know about you guys, but I most certainly did not have WWE's Kane threatening a wrestling match to the running mate of ex-VP failed presidential candidate Kamala Harris. Like, I saw none of this coming, but I'm really here for it. Now, let's take a look at where all this first started. I have a news clip here from Sky News Australia, and we'll play it and add commentary.
You got to respect people you disagree with, and you can't just dismiss people.
The thing is, even in a vacuum, what Gavin Newsom is saying is correct. You cannot just dismiss a large portion of the population because you don't agree with them. So that makes sense. What's the meme? A person you hate made a point that you agree with or something like that. But what Tim's response is, it's just out of this world.
This
How do you fight it?
This notion
I think
of
I could kick most of their ass. I do think that if they wanted to. I know I can outrun them, but I don't know if we're going to fall into that place where we want to. Okay, we challenge you to a WWE fight here type of thing.
So of course, Tampon Tim goes to, and what this is honestly is it is an extremist thing. If anybody else had said that, it would be front page news everywhere. But it's Tampon Tim. He's a lefty, so different rules for different people. His response is, well, I could fight them all. I could just fight all of them. I could kick their ass. First off, no, you couldn't. Second off, he says a WWE match, which was answered by Kane, who tweeted this out. All joking aside, Governor Tim Walz, let's put our money where our mouth is. A charity wrestling match. We'll split the gate 50-50 between our chosen organizations. I'll kick things off with a $10,000 donation. What do you say? Tennessee Walz, let's dance. And the little mock-up poster of Glenn Jacobs, Kane, and Tim Walz. Tampon Tim. Which then prompted, naturally, a nice little firestorm on both sides. Reddit lost their mind saying Kane's an anti-masker and all that stuff, which, it's Reddit, so what the hell do you expect? But, of course, there was absolutely no response from Tim Walz because these people are deeply unserious and don't deserve to be taken seriously. So why would he respond to the thing that he said publicly for attention? It's just weird. So while Tim Walz keeps being deeply unserious as a human and as an activist, I guess, Kane was very serious. Take a look at his interview on The Dana Show.
Surprisingly, Governor Walz has not reached out to me. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Maybe I need to give him my number. I don't know what's up.
It's nothing. It was a passable or in passing comment that Tim just said and moved on quickly from. But if he was going to be the vice president, he needs to realize that kind of stuff, passing comments, things you just say as a joke, that's, I'll take them on, I'll kick their ass, etc., etc. People will take that seriously. And I don't know how much of a joke it is, considering the amount of political violence we saw, just a few years ago when they didn't get their way. So when the supposed VP comes out and says, I could kick their ass, we have to fight, and then someone stands up to him and goes, okay, let's do a WWE charity wrestling match. And then they just go silent. It shows true colors, it shows true intentions, and it shows that these people mostly don't believe what they say. Now, sure, it could and probably was just a joke, but when you're a prominent political figure like Tim Walz is, like he was going to be, then you have to realize that these comments have implications. Now, of course, I know people are probably tired of hearing me say it, but put the shoe on the other foot. If that were J.D. Vance, who came out and said, I could kick most Harris supporters' asses, if he was not in the office right now, he would probably be getting investigated by the FBI. He'd probably be put in solitary confinement. Different rules. And that's not even to mention the fact that it's to a charity event where Tim and Kane can pick the charities they want to donate to. You know, the communist socialist Tim Walz not wanting to give to charity, I know is shocking, but Glenn goes on to expand on that.
And I have almost $100,000 probably at this point from credible sources that have reached out to me and say, hey, I'll give money for this. I have a corporate title sponsor. We can probably get more. And Dana, that's before we even sell tickets to the live event itself. That's before we have a streaming package. I mean, this thing could raise hundreds of thousands of dollars. And yeah, I just haven't heard anything back yet.
It could help people. I mean, it could help a lot of people.
Yeah, but I think we all know that that's not the goal of these type of political activists. That's not the goal, is to help people. It's to get power and retain power. Make money for the lobbyists that they have, and that's it. They don't care about charity. They don't care about any of that stuff. They care about money for them, money for their lobbyists. That's it. That's all it always is. I could go on a whole ass rant here, but we're just going to keep it moving.
I think what's happened is his mouth has written a check that he knows his body can't cash.
And that is exactly what's happening here. Like I said before, these are deeply unserious people with deeply loose, if that makes sense, very loose beliefs to their core, depending on the monetary incentive of stuff and what power they can get out of it, because as we all know, power is money. So yeah, he's gonna say stuff. He's not gonna pay attention to the implications of it, and then whatever is next is next.
In any case, and it is unfortunate because, look, I'm the consummate professional.
Yes, you are.
If this match would take place, I promise his family, he's not going to get hurt. It would be entertaining. It would be a lot of fun. And despite our pretty significant political differences, we could walk away from it friends. So there's really no lose for anybody here.
While that is all an incentive, and we're all adults, we all know kayfabe, we all know scripting and planning and all that stuff, he still won't do it. Doesn't matter. He's just not interested. It would make him look bad. And at the end of the day, for a lot of politicians, not just Democrats or Republicans, it is about optics, how you look coming out of something. And that's all there really is to it. I'm sorry this is a little bit of a shorter video compared to what I've been putting up. I feel like I'm fighting something off. Maybe it's allergies, maybe it's the weather. I don't know. But thank you for watching. I'm going to plug the AAA, and I will see you all in the next one. I would like to ask everybody to make sure you have hit the subscribe button, click the bell, hit the like button, and come check out the AAA meeting. Monday on Drunken Uncle's channel, Wednesday on Polydub's channel, and Friday right here. Every show at 5:30 EST on those days. Thank you.